Welcome back to the channel. Tonight, Matt Baines, we're watching along 1999 Backlash, baby. We're going back to the Attitude Era. Hey, it's Scott Barrett, and you're back with the burning truth. And I'm joined once again by my partner in crime. You can't have the Attitude Era without the attitude of Matt Baines, everybody.
Love you. I love it. I absolutely love it.
Sorry, I'll say it one more time. With Matt Baines, everybody. And stop. Do a bit of applause there, mate. No problem. How are you? Okay?
I'm not too bad. Not too bad. Feel a little bit rough over the weekend. Got a few bruises, but we can discuss that potentially.
Wrestling. We can talk about that as the show goes on, Matt Baines. Of course, we can. Excited tonight, though. We're here for a 1999 watch along. This will be the third one we've done this year. We did St. Valentine's Day Massacre. We did WrestleMania 15, and now on to Backlash 1999. And this was actually, we've timed it because we're on the road to Backlash now, as we speak, on April 28th, live and in living color. We're on the road to a potential John Cena Randy Orton match. But I wanted to get back in the Wayback Machine because this is actually the first ever Backlash event. Did you know that, Matt Baines?
Yes, I did. And it's also one with out of the recent watch-alongs, this actually has probably the most heat shows that we've actually had on the watch-along.
Oh, there you go then. I think the other thing I'd like to mention, Matt Baines, if you don't mind me saying, is how fabulously you all lit.
Oh, I know. I noticed. I do. It does look really glorious, doesn't it? But I will say, all credit has to go to not myself. It goes to Scott.
Yeah, well, I've finally lit your little studio there, where you are in the world, which is good. And now we can
hang on. In case if anybody wants to know how it used to be, ready? There you go.
We can hardly see you.
Illuminate.
Right, yeah. Lumos.
Lumos.
How does Matt Baines, how does the watch along work?
Well, before we get to that though, important question to ask. Scott, how are you?
I get surprised every time you start that. I'm thinking, oh my God, he's going off script. And then I remember that you always ask how I am. I'm okay, It was a big weekend of wrestling for us. Really excited about it. We've got loads to talk about as we go on. United Wrestling based in the Midlands and North Wales, going from strength to strength, I think. And loads to talk about there, I suppose. What else is going on in my world?
My world.
Self. No, we're all good. I think it's just time to get on with Backlash, Matt Baines. Tell us how we do it.
Dead easy. You get your Backlash 1999 ready on Peacock, Netflix, DVD, or however you want to watch. Cue it up to the very start of the event, and when we count down 3, 2, 1, play. Hit play at the same time as us. From there, we'll guide you through every match with live reactions, insights, and some classic wrestling trivia.
Classic wrestling trivia. I like that. Very nice. So yeah, whether you're watching on Netflix, Peacock, the WWE Network, DVD, or on an old VHS, just make sure you press play at the same time as us. If you haven't already, press pause now and go and sort that out. Press pause on us to go and press play on your feed and then come back to us. And what we'll do is, like Matt Baines says, we'll count down 3, 2, 1, and we'll press play. Ready on your end, Matt Baines?
Just 2 seconds. Just get in there. Literally, it almost tried to play the one of the most recent ones on me. I'm ready.
Matt Baines is ready. I'm ready. I think we should just go 3,
2,
1,
play.
And the clock on the screen that you can see just there will help you with where we are on the on the watch log. You just stay synced up with us, just here. That's right. And yeah, you can stay synced with us as we get this classic WWF Attitude opening video. I do want to take this opportunity, Matt, actually, just to say that if you want to follow us on all the social medias, all you got to do is type in the Burning Truth wherever you enjoy your socials, and look for this championship belt above me, above Matt Burns, and behind Matt Burns, and you'll be able to follow us all with all the fun stuff that we do. And the story of this is the rematch Matt Burns between Rock and Austin. So,
Oh yeah,
Austin beat The Rock at the end of WrestleMania 15, and since then the story's been that Austin wants the Smoking Skull belt.
he wants his championship belt.
Yeah, he wants his championship belt.
But it's certainly interesting because the main event is absolutely an interesting match. It's very entertaining. Nevertheless,
The Rock's had this Smoking Skull championship belt in the build up to this, and in fact, they rehashed the spot that they did when they had the Intercontinental title, and they threw it into the Mississippi River.
Yeah.
Was it the Mississippi River? They threw it into a river. Anyway.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, with this one, didn't this one also include Austin going into the river?
Yeah, maybe. And Vince has been pretty much absent from this since WrestleMania. To the point now where Shane McMahon's been leading the corporation. And it's Shane McMahon that's really pushing for The Rock to defeat Austin for the title and bring the title back to the corporation on this show. We've also got that overarching story of the Ministry of Darkness going on. Characters at the time, we've still got the New Age Outlaws, X-Pac, and Triple H recently turned on DX to join the corporation with China. We've got Kane out there doing stuff. We've got an absolutely massive and stacked roster right now, full of absolute legends. As Jim Ross and Jerry the King Lawler welcome us to Backlash 99.
Oh yeah, and the good thing about this is you can tell it's the classics, the classic 1999 venues, because as much as you can have a Titantron, it's got a certain steady, but it's got more. The entranceway's got more of an elevation, more items around it.
Personality, more, each of these
have
personality.
And what a great way to start off Backlash. With
what I notice every time I watch these shows.
Go on.
Here come the Brood. Is that if you look at the crowd, it's all signs. Nobody's watching it through a video phone.
Weird, isn't it? You wouldn't have thought that's what I'm saying, different times.
Here come Brood, not the Brood. Brood.
Just Brood.
Just Brood.
Just Brood. Just Brood. Even though it's
a very young Edge or Cope, a very young Christian Cage, and Gangrel was their mentor in this group. Obviously, doing the whole vampire bit.
The weird thing about this match is, do you know who they're against?
I don't. I'm going to be surprised.
You know what? I'm not going to say anything because it's a bit of a weird matchup, I will say. If you look at the sort of gimmick and styles.
And I don't think it was long after this, or it might have even been before. I'm not sure exactly the timeline, but the Brood get kicked out of the ministry quite early, from what I remember. Oh right, yeah, that's what this is then. So here come the APA.
Pretty much.
So it's happened around this time. I almost remember 1999 like it was yesterday.
So, well,
amazing to think it was 25, 26 years ago.
Yeah. Many people thought that this was considered the Ministry of Darkness, but it's not. It's, the Acolytes and Midian. But they are part. Yeah, but they are members of the Ministry of Darkness, but it's down on the actual books as the Acolytes and Midian.
Yeah.
But prior to this, just to speed through, Heat We had Nicole Bass and Val Venus defeating D'Lo Brown and Ivory in a mixed tag team match.
Wow.
1 minute and 43 seconds.
Probably 1 minute and 43 seconds too long.
Wait for it. We've then got Droz and Prince Albert defeating Too Much, Brian Christopher and Scott Taylor in a tag team match of 1 minute and 9 seconds.
That's probably about right.
We then have Kane defeating Big Boss Man with Test in his corner in a singles match in 2 minutes and 45 seconds. And the main event of Heat is Viscera defeating Test with Big Boss Man in his corner at 2 minutes and 9 seconds.
So the ministry are battering through the corporation at this point then.
It looks like it.
Christian's so quick at this point in his career. I think he's forgotten how quick he was.
You do.
Because he became a much slower, main event, almost heavyweight wrestler. I think people forget about, how quick he was to begin with. If he'd have been in WCW, he'd have been a cruiserweight.
Oh, definitely. But bear in mind, when he was ever interacting with Austin, he had his nickname of CLB. And what CLB?
Yeah, you can't tease us.
Let's say this. I apologize for the language because it's Steve Austin. You creepy little bastard.
That's the language alarm.
Love it. He literally just went
doubles up as the banger alarm.
Yeah. I'll repeat it again. He just goes, "You creepy little bastard."
I apologize for Matt Baines and his language.
I apologize.
Here we go. Bradshaw putting Gangrel in the corner, absolutely battering him,
laying the shots in.
What a hoss!
He's hossing him.
You've got a touch of the acolyte Bradshaw about you tonight, Matt Baines. The beard and long hair.
Not aiming for it, but I do throw a meaty clothesline.
Not mad about it.
Not mad about it. Some people might be. I'm not.
And we're still reeling from the aftermath of WrestleMania 41 as we speak. Matt Baines. We just had the Raw after Mania, the SmackDown after Mania. We did our WrestleMania Night 1 and Night 2 reviews. I was surprised actually when I've watched some other reviews, etc., that some people really didn't enjoy either night of the show and thought the whole thing was a bit of a letdown.
Even though technically it actually made money.
It definitely made money, but I think just the quality of it was in question. Yeah, I mean, it was the most profitable WrestleMania ever.
Yeah. The weird thing about it is what I find with it is a lot of people are quick to jump onto it and sit there saying, "Oh, it's not the biggest spectacle or everything." It's like, well, I'm sorry, but nothing personal. But lace a pair of boots up and get in the ring, then turn around and sit there and say, "Oh, maybe they might not want to be wrecking themselves 24/7."
The Rock's been saying some weird stuff, though, eh?
Yeah.
So first was the thing about he didn't feel he needed to be there for the story, which I couldn't disagree more with really. Then I think he took a bit of a dig at Triple H by saying he was talking about the creative and said, well, if you want to, if you think you could do better, you need to get in the room with me, Brian, Cody, and everyone else. Almost not mentioning Triple H by name, which I thought was a bit, if he's the head of creative, just.
Yeah, from what I've gathered, what I find so funny about it is Triple H's original plan for WrestleMania sounded really good if you actually know what it was.
Go on.
Because the original plan was for the actual turn of John Cena not happen at Elimination Chamber.
Yep.
For it to actually happen at WrestleMania. For it to be the actual reason for him winning the 17th. Which would have made WrestleMania, that would have created a moment.
Yeah, it would, but, moments in main events where babyfaces turn heel doesn't necessarily go well at WrestleMania. We saw that at
Yeah.
17, right?
Yes.
You know,
But it's Cena.
yeah.
It could have worked. Well, it worked at Elimination Chamber, but so I think it could have been spectacle. Now, the only reason why it ended up changing is because the head of TKO Holdings wanted to make Elimination Chamber a spectacle, and the only way you could think of was for.
I'm going to throw a flag on that. Though. I mean, for the Rock to say something as stupid in an interview, and I do think it's stupid. It's stupid to say. I think that I got a call because Elimination Chamber tickets weren't selling as well as they could. Like,
Yeah,
oh, this company that I own, or that I'm part owner of, and that I'm on the board for, it's not doing very well. So it needs me. It felt like dick swinging to me, Matt Burns.
yeah,
I don't know about you. It felt like I want everybody to know that I'm the final boss, and
yeah.
we only sell tickets if I'm there. Yeah, bit shit.
Nothing personal. I was going to be watching it anyway because Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, I think they would have sold out no matter what. I don't think it made too much difference that The Rock was there. If I'm totally honest, maybe that's wrong. Maybe somebody will prove me wrong, but I just don't see it.
Well, the only way you can get proved wrong is if you saw the ticket sales from before the Rock was announced to when Rock was announced, and if it went, oh, Rock's announced,
Yeah, but even so, you don't know that tickets wouldn't have sold then anyway. There's no true way of knowing, is there?
No, that's what I'm saying. There is no real true way because it might have just gone anyway, even if the Rock wasn't there. So unless we've got some
roll into the corner here to make the tag to Gangrel or Christian, and Midian cuts him off there with a big knee drop.
Pretty much, and looks like he's about to do a double axe handle. Ooh. A very young Edge there with long hair.
Yeah. Very. Just trying to find my notes on The Rock, because I did make extensive notes throughout the week just because of how ridiculous it was.
Well, there is one topic I did want to cover, and it actually links with WrestleMania from night one. We now know that the master of the Yeet, the Yeet Meister,
Yeetamania.
Jey Uso is the World Heavyweight Champion.
He is. Defeated Gunter. Very good. Very good.
Now, that was great. The aftermath of that, I was at one point questioning what they were doing with Gunter on Raw. With the whole arguing with Michael Cole and Pat McAfee and everything.
Yeah.
I was like, are they going to down the direction of Gunter versus Pat McAfee or something? What's going on there?
Maybe I almost saw this as a possibility of getting Wade Barrett back in the ring.
It is potentially. However, it's unfortunately all been spoiled, and we know why.
Go on.
Basically, he has been suspended, but but it was more or less to get some time off. So they wanted to have a reason to have him off television because he wanted to book some time off.
To do that. Yeah, okay. I still think they've got to pay it off when he comes back, though.
Oh, no, they do need to pay it off. So it's either going to be Pat McAfee or, like you said, Wade Barrett. But
yeah,
that's it.
I don't think that's against the odds either.
That can only be Wade Barrett, as if straight after the suspension, he's automatically transferred to SmackDown.
Well, no, not even that. But if Pat McAfee's going to be off TV for a few weeks now, presumably because he got choked out by Gunter, who always replaces Pat McAfee? Wade Barrett. So then when he comes back, maybe you have both on commentary that night, or you just have Wade in the building. And if he goes for Pat again, Wade comes out and makes the save. That's the...
Just goes to Gunter. I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
Boom. Ball hammer. that what he called it? The bullhammer.
The bullhammer.
Yeah, I just think the whole. I found my notes now. I just think the whole. The Rock thought the story should have been all about John Cena and the 17, which didn't make any sense either because they had Travis Scott come out.
Yeah. That's what I think thought was a bit of the annoying bit. It was the fact that you had Travis Scott come out, but no Rock. Now, if the Rock's not turning up, just don't have Travis Scott there. Enough said. Done. But anyway, back to the watch along. We've got Christian giving the 10 punches to Bradshaw. It's all chaos on the outside, and never mind. Good night, Christian.
Gangrel breaks it up.
I will say the powerbomb looked very reminiscent of what happened on Saturday.
And then
just a bit of
the thing then, sorry about The Rock, is following the interviews, etc., the comments that he's made. He's been accused of throwing Triple H under the bus, and the Rock's come back again and said something even more strange. So he said, I'll quote him here: "Hi, Dave. The business is a complete work. Always has been. Always will be. Every aspect of it, every match, every interview. Please join me, Cody, Cena, Bryan, and the rest of us for our creative discussions so that you can expand your perspective. Until then, stop ranting. It's not healthy, my friend. Enjoy the show. Yes, tell Bubba I have Grand Mariner and Hush Puppies for all of us." And then he said on the Pat McAfee show, he just wanted to step back into the shadows following the Elimination Chamber to put the spotlight on Cody Rhodes. I don't get it. I don't get what The Rock's doing here. I don't know how this makes money, how it improves the show. I don't get what he's doing as an owner.
Well, in light of the watch along, the first match has just ended with a clothesline from hell from Bradshaw.
Where did Viscera come from?
From completely from the entranceway and absolutely obliterated others. Behind the referee's back.
Dragging that smoking skull belt.
Oh, the disrespect.
Here we got Hardcore Holic versus Al Snow 3. Is this number 3? Is this the second one we've watched?
I think this is about the second or third.
Billy Gunn's obviously left this little trio from the match at WrestleMania. Which
so he's left the menage a trois.
Yeah. 2 months ago at St. Valentine's Day Massacre, we watched this. Alcoholic win that championship.
2 months ago, yeah.
And then last Monday, boom. Bob Holly finally got himself some head.
Well, that's a fair whack.
And this is Hardcore Championship, but before the 24/7 rule.
Yes. Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Because was it Crash Holly who brought it in?
Yeah, it was around that time, wasn't it? Okay. Another bit of business that I want to talk about, Matt Baines. This is totally unrelated to what we've been talking about so far, but it's something I'm genuinely interested in. This week on SmackDown, Chelsea Green lost the US title to Zelina Vega.
Not happy.
You're not happy?
Not happy.
I pledge allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to Chelsea Green.
Why? What's going on?
I just don't feel it was the right move. I just feel as though, have you done that because of who ironically debuts immediately after that match? Or did nobody notice that?
What?
She won the championship, and immediately after that, we had the Miz segment. Aleister Black.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sorry, I saw that because there's Zelina Vega and Aleister Black. Yeah, okay, I get it. You're going to have to speak in more plain language to me than that, Matt Baines. It's late at night. Stop talking in riddles.
What's going to be next? What's going to be next? She's going to be changing the name from Zelina Vega to Selena Black.
Maybe. Who knows? But yeah, Chelsea Green sent a tweet out following the show just saying, "Goodbye for now, WWE. This is my farewell address. So
I may have to look into this.
we don't know what's happening with Chelsea Green now. But she wasn't very happy about being left off WrestleMania 41 by all accounts.
Well, you can't exactly blame her, can you?
I mean, there's 2 nights to get on, and she couldn't get on. So
You know, we've got people even saying, "Forget The Rock." WWE's booking of Chelsea Green is the real problem.
Alcohol in the green tights versus Al Snow in his Job Squad gear.
Certainly interesting.
What about the new wrestling project which has been launched today, Matt Burns?
The new wrestling project.
Have you not seen this today? So, 2025 has been quite a year for one Hulk Hogan. So January 6th, he appeared on Raw and got booed out of the building. A month later, he was subject to a lawsuit for American-made beer from his ex-wife Linda. His daughter says that he's been physically and verbally abusing her since childhood. And then today, April 28th, a few months later, Eric Bischoff and Hulk Hogan posted a new NWO-style vignette on social media, which opened with a bit of a tip of the hat to Scott Hall. And in the clip, they both sort of quoted Heath Ledger's Joker, saying that they know who Hogan is, but they don't know why he's here. Hogan and Bischoff said they're going to slice and dice the world of professional wrestling, boasted about how they've already changed the industry once before, and the long-term friends have teased the involvement of a third man. Who is the third man?
Right.
Yeah, I'm not sure what is happening with Hogan and Bischoff, whether it's something in the podcast space, whether it's something, YouTube, or maybe something on an actual wrestling show. We're not sure, but in the next couple of weeks, we're probably going to get loads more info on what Hogan and Bischoff are up to, and who is the third man.
You never know with them pair. It can be anybody.
A Hogan podcast, though, it'll be terrible because he talks nothing but utter bullshit. But it'll be really interesting.
I'd hate to be the guy who has to listen to that, every third syllable. Brother.
Oh, let me tell you something, brother. What you gonna do, Mean Gene?
Brother. That's what it's gonna be.
Alston's under the ring, getting himself what's he got? Oh, a hockey stick. Ooh. Don't understand why he broke it off.
No idea. Because he's showing off. He didn't want to hit himself in the face.
Yeah, maybe.
Either that, or you just broke the wrong one.
Yeah, so Hogan and Bischoff did something this week. I mean, that's pretty mental as well, isn't it?
It is a bit. When you sit there and you think,
absolutely nowhere. Literally came out of nowhere.
I know we're heading to St. Louis, but how many times are they going to have to survive with out of nowhere? Anyway, Al Snow seems like he's getting the cheers because he's getting wood.
So you're talking about Aleister Black's debut this week on SmackDown, Matt Baines, or his return to WWE? As like you say, Al Snow sets that table up against Hardcore Holly. Holly just nailed Snow with the stick. If you're watching along with us, we're currently at 20. We're coming up on actually in 3, 2, 1. Coming up on 25 minutes dead. If you're watching along with us, you can follow along with the clock on the screen. Just sync up with us. Backlash 1999, or if you're listening along, we're currently at 25 minutes and 12, 13, 14 seconds. Just make sure you synced up with us.
Extra large,
he's
extra
bleeding
large
now.
bacon trays. Extra large bacon trays. The joys.
He's bleeding profusely. That's what they say, isn't it?
Profusely.
Again, if you're watching along with us, the clock on the screen is what it's there for. You get your thoughts in the comments if you're watching Backlash 99 with us. If you're not, that's cool too. We're just talking about all sorts of wrestling. I was just going to ask Matt Burns, actually. I think I did just, but we'll get your answer now. Aleister Black back in WWE on SmackDown. How do we feel about that?
I feel really good about it. And one thing I will say is the ultimate seller.
Pardon?
He's still selling his moment that where he had his eye taken out.
Yeah, absolutely. Still got the thing in, and I think that's good. You know, Rey Mysterio gave up wearing that patch eventually, didn't he? But I think
no, but with Aleister Black in that, it actually adds to his look.
Oh yeah, 1000%. Absolutely, it does.
So it's looking really good.
Kitchen sink.
Do
you know what? There's something really like mesmerizing about 1999 hardcore matches, even though they're not terrible, but even though they're just like there's no sort of format to them, they just go from spot to spot and punch to punch. There's something like you can't take your eyes off about them, especially when it's Al Snow, Hardcore Holly. I mean, they are talented guys, aren't they? In a tough spot as well on the card. Although I can't imagine I would have picked that 6-man tag to open that bin. I'm not sure about you.
Yeah. But the difference is, would you want this match opening up?
No, probably not.
That's what I'm saying, because
the three-way did a good job at WrestleMania, didn't it? So maybe it's just missing that third man.
Maybe, but the only difference is right now, the live crowd are just there watching on a screen right now, just going, what's going on?
I always think that for these matches, they disappear, which is fine. And it's great for a TV audience, but the audience that's paid to be in the crowd and then you bugger off. It's a bit of a, yeah.
And I'm just trying to have a quick little gander at how long. Oof.
Decent length match, this one, Matt Baines. Is that what you're going to tell me?
It's quite lengthy because they've got to go some distance. Al, don't treat him like it's the Lion King. Never mind.
And Hardcore just pushed Al Snow into the dumpster.
All you had to
now
say
Holly's
next,
jumping off, jumps off of him on the dumpster. And now he's going to cover him, and the refs had to jump in there as well. Matt Chioda counted in the trash. 2. You've got to laugh, haven't you? You've got to laugh.
Wow.
Again, if you're watching along in the chat, we're watching along to Backlash 1999. The clock on the screen just here is where we are, so you can sync up with us. If you've got any thoughts about current wrestling or 1999, the Attitude Era, please get your thoughts in the chat. I know there's quite a few watching along with us tonight. We appreciate and love you all.
There's one thing I wanted to bring up about recent WWE.
Okay.
WWE has a slight issue with Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah.
Because one division on one show, and one of them is doing really well, and on the other, terrible. Can you name which division it is?
Explain, show your work.
What?
Explain, show your work.
Tag team.
Okay. So which show's doing it well and which show isn't?
Raw has got next to tell me on Raw who they've got as legitimate tag teams to be the next tag team champions.
Well, SmackDown.
Yeah. SmackDown's got like Axiom. They've got the Street Profits. We've got DIY. We've got near enough everybody on there. All the tag teams are on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Motor City Machine Guns.
Tag teams on Raw. It's the New Day and
War Raiders and Judgment
War
Day.
Raiders, and that's it. Yeah. I think we're due a draft though, right? We are due a draft, surely.
Potentially, but it's like straight away, as soon as it happened, I was like, hang on, you've got to, an entire division is struggling, and here comes Axiom.
What, and you thought you were Axiom on Raw?
Yeah. No, give some new teams the Raw.
We always forget about Angel Garza and Humberto as well. They were on SmackDown this week as well. Another quality tag team they've got knocking about.
That's what I'm saying. Another tag team.
Two counts. Oh,
two.
Alcoholic taking Al Snow now over to the back door. Al Snow gives him a back elbow, back into control. As his blonde hair is pretty much pink at this point, stained with blood. And Al Snow brings Alcoholic back out into the arena. Finally, the crowd will be going nuts.
They're finally actually they're getting something.
Question for the chat, then anybody that's watching along, what is the most Attitude Era thing you've seen on this show? For me, it was probably the hockey stick.
The hockey stick.
Although the counting in the dumpster was pretty good too.
Yeah. Good solid performance, that is. Good solid performance. It's all right. At the moment, I'm just trying to find the current list of teams.
There ain't many on Raw, mate. I'll tell you that for free. And another question for the chat, which I'm just going to pop in now. Anybody that's in there, please answer for us in the live chat. What is the best finisher? Is it the stunner? Is it the rock bottom? Is it the pedigree? Is it the choke slam? So what is the best finisher? 1999. You tell us.
You know what? I've just surprised myself. I've just thought of some other tag teams.
Good.
Right. We've covered the Judgment Day, haven't we?
Yeah.
We've got the LWO, who never seem to be going for any tag titles. New Catch Republic.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, they're on Raw now. Yeah. Very recently on Raw, though.
Yeah. We've got the War Raiders.
Yeah.
We've also got, well, technically we've got Imperium, but that's not happening because of they're doing singles.
We haven't got Imperium.
So we haven't. We've got the Creed brothers.
Okay, yeah, fair. And the Alpha Academy.
Which is part of Alpha American Made. Alpha Academy. And A-Town Down Under. Riveting. Yeah.
What's in seats?
On SmackDown, we've got the Bloodline. Immediately. We've also got DIY. We've now got Fraxium.
Motor City Machine Guns. Street Profits.
Legado del Fantasma.
Yeah,
or
that's
Los Garza.
Angel Garza, yeah.
Or Los Garza, which is that. We've then got the Motor City Machine Guns. Pretty Deadly. The Street Profits. And the White Six. Who haven't been on TV yet.
As Holly drags himself back up to his feet. Come on, Bob. No, you're back down. Get yourself up, kiddo. Oh, and Al Snow's looking for some head.
He's crawling for it.
He's in the corner.
He's crawling for it. Really, King? That's a cuter head than usual.
Just moving ever so slightly comfy. Oh, and that head hits Hardcore Holly, and that's the 3. Al Snow picks up the Hardcore title in quite a long match there, Matt Baines. Longer than I expected it to be.
Pretty much.
I do love that Hardcore title, though. They absolutely battered the Winged Eagle for that, didn't they?
Ooh. What weird. I thought he was a jobber. Nah. The difference is I remember this. It was a good time that, like I said, the Hardcore Championship had its moments. It didn't just bust into any other match.
Yeah.
At any time. It had its slot.
Yeah, there was no 24/7 rule at this point. And there was a little division starting to come together. So we got Al Snow, we got Hardcore Holly, we had Billy Gunn and Road Dogg were teetering around it for a while. And it isn't until Crash Holly starts really that it gains some momentum, is it?
I think it was. I'm just trying to see what. Do you know when I actually said?
Godfather versus Goldust.
Do you know earlier when I actually said, was it Crash Holly who brought the 24/7 rule?
It was Crash Holly.
It was Crash Holly.
Here's the Ministry. The eventual arrival of the higher power. This is when we start talking about it now, see?
If you want to know how to do it actually properly and decent, just check out somebody's retelling of it.
Yeah, so we did. We've done this as part of the podcast a few times, haven't we, Matt Baines? We've done the Reboot This segment where we reboot something in wrestling's past that we didn't like or we thought we could have done better. I was challenged to reboot the Ministry of Darkness, and not only did it appear on an episode of the podcast, check it out in the archives, but also we put it on blog form on the website, which was theburningtruthuk.com.
I will say,
here comes
actually done well.
With no Ryan Shamrock, Matt Baines, that sort of ended, but now that's all over already.
A bit of a flash in the pan.
Didn't last long, that whole gimmick.
Did she get bought out by a certain Godfather?
Well, we had a lot of title changes quickly, because WrestleMania was only 4 weeks ago. Obviously, Road Dogg left that night with the Intercontinental title. Goldust was champion who lost it to the Godfather. So, within the last 4 or 5 weeks, we've had the title go from Road Dogg to Goldust and then over to Goldust takes his robe off to
many others
now, which is Mommy, which is the Godfather. So Godfather's now champ. Goldust the challenger. All the men who want to be me. Oh wow. Oh dear.
Don't get any ideas.
Oh doggy. And here comes the Godfather just to put a stop to that nonsense.
One of the most coolest cats around. Although I did see something really, really worrying recently. A clip of a unique version.
Go on. Don't worry, Matt Baines, they're here.
I'm not about that. But
Come the hose. I don't know if you're allowed to say that anymore.
how do you say this? He did a mixture of his two most infamous characters.
Papa Father.
The Papa Father.
The Papa Father.
So imagine Papa Shango doing
Or
Godfather.
Papa Man. Our personality's never getting any more runtime.
Somebody literally put on a clip and just says,
Justice for Cameron Mustafa.
literally put on Papa.
Asking it again, guys, if you're in the live chat, what is the best finisher in 1999? Is it the stunner? Is it the rock bottom? Is it the pedigree? Is it the choke slam?
Ooh, you can't go wrong with the good tombstone either.
Oh, it's the stunner all day. But I'm just asking what other people think.
I'm just saying you can't go wrong with the tombstone,
Okay.
but for the iconic, it's got to be the stunner because it always got that pop from the hit.
Yeah, got Godfather in the ring now with his ladies of the night, having fun, enjoying themselves, and the Godfather picks himself up the mic. For everybody to come aboard the But I feel like 3 a.m. It's on a WrestleMania night. Matt Burns, I'm very tired tonight.
That's
It ain't easy.
now. This brings up a question about the wrestling then and wrestling now.
Yeah.
Could we have a Godfather in the modern day?
No, absolutely not.
No.
He would have to go legit. Pay taxes.
So Mustafa Khan. Because it makes me wonder, could they even do Papa Shango?
I mean, yeah, I think the Papa Shango character could work. We've seen how, like, the Wyatt Six returned.
Hmm.
You know, I still think there is a space for some of that spooky stuff within the WWE, certainly. And I think Aleister Black should lean in slightly to that as well. Saw another video this week, Matt Burns, this time of Rhea Ripley and Buddy Matthews at a UFC event. Have you seen it?
Go on.
Just really happy to be there at this UFC event, and I thought it was an interesting note because although Buddy Matthews works for the rival company to WWE, AEW, or at least, you know, let's not call it competition because it isn't, but at least the alternative.
Well, bear in mind, right? You actually asked me, do we want to watch a WWE event or do we want to watch an AEW event, an AEW weekly show?
Yeah, and you said in no uncertain terms, definitely WWE because AEW has been rubbish.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, we even were considering TNA classics.
Yeah, we were. Absolutely, we nearly did TNA rather than doing WWE. Oh, brilliant there for the Godfather. Face plants gold dust. Now Goldust taking a tumble to outside of the ring and Blue Dust looking after his mommy. Blue Meanie distracting the Godfather now. Godfather knows exactly what he wants to do. Goldust and Blue Meanie are taking an exit here, Matt Burns. They're having none of this as we get to the 45-minute mark. If you're watching along, just check out the old clock just here. Make sure you sync up to watching wherever you watch your wrestling, whether it's Netflix or Peacock or the WWE Network, and just make sure you join us along to watch this fabulous pay-per-view from 1999, following on from WrestleMania 15, April 26 years ago.
Big body slam.
Everybody's on there by
For a minute then, I thought Godfather missed the ropes down with his steps.
yeah, big old elbow drop from the Godfather. You know, keeping Goldust down and now putting him in a side headlock. Goldust sends him off sleep.
Ooh.
And the Blue Meanie pulls Godfather's leg and makes sure that Godfather can't mount any offense. Blue Meanie's a bad dude, man.
And the casual, he fell over.
And that's the thing with Goldust, he's androgynous. You can't talk him into it with hose. You can't.
Love it. Although, bear in mind, he's androgynous, you know, in that situation. Bear in mind that the Godfather did once get the Undertaker almost crack.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just by saying that the Undertaker loves hose.
I think there's a few moments like that. And that classic Goldust spot, drop down and slap.
Definite.
Big clothesline to Godfather.
I don't know why. Why is it that I just instantly sat there and thought to myself, is he passing us some Stardust?
Goldust got some powder now.
Nah, it's powered up.
And back into his own face by the Godfather. Goldust definitely can't see now in his wildly.
He's juking and jiving. Oh!
Love it. As Goldust unloads on the Blue Meanie.
Now, here's the question for you.
Go on.
If the Blue Meanie actually hit back, would that be a disqualification? Would that be a disqualification if Blue Meanie hit back?
Maybe, yeah. He won't be doing anything for a while after he gets kicked there, though.
Ooh.
He's blue nuts. And the Meanie gets Goldust in the nuts.
Are you with us there, Scott?
I'm still with us. You know what? I need to set up because it's been a really long day. Is the Ho train?
Choo-choo. Death Valley Driver.
No. More of a suplex, wasn't it? And the Godfather's still the Intercontinental Champion. And I definitely didn't nod off that.
Never happened.
Just rested my eyes for about 30 seconds. Well done for
It's a long blink.
Moving. Hey?
It was a long blink.
Long blink. Pimping ain't easy. It'll be quite a celebration for the Godfather after the match, I think.
The interesting thing about it is, this was actually his part-time job.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Living the gimmick, wasn't he?
Literally. Not many can say that. He got smacked down.
He got smacked down. There you go. Little tease for later in the year there.
Yeah, exactly.
About 6 months off SmackDown launching. And I suppose another question I'm going to ask in the chat for anybody who's watching along, who can get in the chat and give us a reply. My question is, if you could bring one wrestler from this show into today's WWE, and it's not one of the obvious answers, you know, not an Austin or a Rock, who would it be? Who would you bring onto the main WWE roster these days from this show? Again, if you're watching along with us, we're currently at 50 minutes and 51, 52, 53 seconds. Make sure you're getting synced up with us.
Now, when you say from the show, do you mean as they were then, or do you mean as they are now?
As they were then.
Okay. And it can't be the obvious.
Yeah, I don't want it to be Rock or Austin or anybody like that. Here come the New Age Outlaws, my favouriteest tag team in the world. There's never been another New Age Outlaws for me, Matt Burns. I'm not sure how you feel about them.
Oh, yeah, pretty much. Just New Age Outlaws.
A thrown together tag team that just became the best.
He just got better.
Yeah, it was, and do you know what? Quite a short run, actually. I know they had the return in like 2014, was it? They won the tag titles, but the initial run not very long.
I've got my pick already.
Have you?
And it's from this match.
Oh.
And no, he's not in the ring yet.
Okay.
You'll know exactly as soon as you know. I know you'll know. If you know who they're against, you'll know.
Will all friends of the show know?
What?
Will friends of the show know?
You'll know. You'll know.
The Generation X probably
because I have a feeling you might have somebody from this match as well.
I think I will too.
But the question is, are we having the same? Or are we going to have one of each?
It's definitely not the thing. We got 2 words for you. Here they come.
So which one's your pick?
Maybe Deborah.
I have a feeling that you'd go for Double J.
Double J, man, all day.
You know mine.
Owen? Gotta be
Owen. Because could you imagine Owen right now? Maybe
you know what? I think where we really missed out on Owen was through the Ruthless Aggression era, the Brock Lesnar matches, the Kurt Angle matches, World's Greatest Tag Team, Edge, Eddie Guerrero, just SmackDown 6. If Owen Hart had been there as well,
Famous 7, the Magnificent 7. Well, yeah, the Secret 7.
New Age Outlaws versus Owen and Jeff. And were Owen and Jeff not the tag team champions here then? Who were the tag champs?
Who were the tag team champs?
Yeah.
I believe no, neither. This was to determine the number one contenders.
Jeff and Owen then? Because WrestleMania, Jeff and Owen are the tag champs.
I'm wondering now.
New Age Outlaws winding Jeff and Owen up, asking to see Deborah's puppies.
Right.
That's funny. And you've got to think about the history in this match, right? So Jeff and the Road Dog, Jeff and the Roadie, when Jeff was the world's greatest singer, the world's greatest entertainer.
Yeah.
Obviously, the voice was the Road Dog's voice, the Roadie's voice.
But do you know what I find weird? I've got your answer, by the way.
Okay, go on.
Who's the tag team champs?
Yeah.
Kane and X-Pac.
Oh, okay. Well, that happened quick. I didn't think that happened quite as quickly after WrestleMania as it did.
No, because it ended up being on tape delay.
No, but I mean, I wondered, I thought that was like months after WrestleMania 15.
April 5th.
Wow, so quite quickly after WrestleMania then, really.
Yeah. April 5th is when they actually took on the tape delay.
Really good now. Press slam on Owen. Taunting him.
I will say this to you though, the entranceway, that screen is small, isn't it?
Oh yeah. We've got to think they're still probably trying to get as many people in these buildings as possible.
But you can't blame them.
No, not at all, not at this time. Well, great reversal there by Owen. Classic chain wrestling. And slips under for a net breaker. Really smooth. He was so good, wasn't he? How good was he, Matt Baines?
Who?
Owen Hart. Talk to me a little bit about Owen.
Phenomenal. The fact that he went around the world to learn different styles of wrestling. The fact that he learned the Mexican style, he learned even the British style, do World of Sport. He did loads.
Oh, and here we go. Road Dog. And then punches. Time for shake, rattle, and roll.
I was about to say that then. Shake, rattle, and knee drop. Now, if it was later, it'd probably be the shaky leg.
Underrated gear as well, Road Dog. I always thought he looked quite cool, different than anyone else.
Like that then.
Boom.
Clean drop kicks.
Oh.
Ooh.
Road Dog takes out Jeff. Enziguri by Owen.
Clean.
And a lovely leg drop.
Good kick out.
As we're coming up on the hour mark here into Backlash 99. Got some great matches on so far, Matt Baines. Only one that I nearly fell asleep during. Yeah. As we go 59 minutes, 57, 58, 59. And that's 1 hour on the clock now. If you're watching along with us, make sure you're synced up. I like doing these watch alongs because I like watching the old wrestling and just reliving, certainly this one, reliving my childhood. And I really enjoy it when we do 1999. But also, I think it's really interesting some of the stuff that was going on at the time. You know, Kane and X-Pac being the tag champs at that point is just absolutely wild to me. Such a moment in time that was.
Oh,
And people enjoyed it as well because, you know, it's something we still talk about today. We don't necessarily talk about Kane's tag team with the Hurricane or with Rob Van Dam, but we always remember the tag team with X-Pac.
and the fact that he had the connection with the Tory.
Yeah, the OG Tory.
And I think this was when Kane also had his voice box.
Yeah. Darknet.
Oh, not so great.
Yeah, Jeff catches himself there. Then he hits that big clothesline. Just sort of takes, you know,
Small thing that is.
Out and just keeps the match in the hands of the.
That's what I'm saying. Small thing there. Good distraction there.
Absolutely. Was that 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? There's 7.
Getting ideas from this match. Getting ideas.
There's that big spin kick by him. Love that. Such a good athlete for the size of him, like, because he's really thick, isn't he? Not thick mentally. I mean, like his body seems like he'd be really heavy, and yet he can still fly through the air with those kicks.
Billy Gunn just telling the referee he sucks.
I mean, he does. He's been terrible so far. Tim White needs to get out of his way.
Ooh. Good clean there, power slam.
Absolutely.
Here we go.
Come on now. Let's go, Road Dog.
Ooh, bit of a clash in the minds.
I think Jeff pushed it open here. Okay. Next question then. And feel free to answer this, Matt Burns. Did you play any video games back in the day when this was going on? So we're talking, what was your jam? Was it No Mercy? Was it Attitude? Was it Warzone?
No, but this is 1999, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, what games were out then in 1999?
Well, I just gave you a list of No Mercy, Attitude, Warzone.
Ooh. I believe during this time, I was going through Final Fantasy 8.
Well, I'd have been playing WWE Attitude at this point and nothing else probably. It would have been taking over my life.
But then again, it did have some good classic games there because you also had Dino Crisis.
Okay. Right, tell you what, Matt, it's a different question. Because I was asking about wrestling games and you totally missed that. Owen Hart and Jeff Jarrett.
But hang on.
Yes. Gold, right? But where for you do they rank on your list of all-time tag teams?
Right. I'll go back to, if you have the wrestling games, I think I was about, I think probably No Mercy.
Okay.
As well, to cover it. There you go. Owen Hart and Jeff Jarrett. Yeah, they were. They were really good.
On your all-time list.
They were good, but the thing is, not
Billy's
many.
showing his athleticism now. Giving him what they call the Elsie treatment.
I feel as though they should have been higher than what most people give them credit for. For me, I would say
Are they
me
a
top
top 10
10.
tag team for you? Owen
I'd say
Hart
they'd
and
be.
Jeff Jarrett?
I'd say me top 10.
Really? They
Yeah.
didn't quite make it for me. There wasn't enough longevity, but I can see why people absolutely loved it. And do you know what? It's a shame because had the Blue Blazer thing continued, and what happened to Owen not happened, I imagine they would have found themselves back in the tag team a few months later.
Oh, instantly. Instantly.
Ooh, low kick there by the Road Dogg. Bump handle slam. Lands it on Owen. Jeff breaks up the count. Wow. Sharpshooters in.
Denied.
Oh, Billy reverses.
Oh,
And Famouser. And there you go. The New Age Outlaws get the victory. I nearly said victory then. New Age Outlaws get the victory.
but what a unique finish.
Yeah. Throwing that sharpshooter into that Famouser.
And that's what I mean.
Right, well, you know I'm all about the hard questions, Matt Bean, so I've got one more for you. For now.
Go on.
Yeah. Let's have a think about this. Which outlaw had a better catchphrase?
Really?
Billy or Road Dogg who had the better catchphrase? Everybody
Billy
remembers
Gunn.
ladies and gentlemen, but
What?
everybody remembers ladies and gentlemen, but Billy's is brilliant. And he is Billy Gunn's buttocks.
There you go. And it was pretty much, what was it? And if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you.
Very similar to Shawn Michaels' version.
Personally, for me, Road Dogg.
Yeah, I think I agree.
Straight away. Oh, you didn't know? Everybody from that era. Your ass better call somebody.
The music was iconic as well. That you know what's coming.
It just works.
You're not going to believe this, Matt Burns. It's gone so cold in my house. I've just had to put the heating on.
Lucky. I wish I was cold. And yes, I know it's a really bad pun. The fact that my name is Matt Burns. But yeah, I am feeling the burn.
He's burning up. Shane McMahon's going to be the referee for the main event tonight. Matt Burns, Rock versus Austin for the WWF title. The rematch from WrestleMania. He's going to count it. He's going to play it right down the middle. But I don't believe him.
Nobody will ever believe him, McMahon.
He's not my dad.
Jason Point. You've just seen Michael Cole go from in an interview, and yet now he's almost the iconic voice
Well, he's done the job for longer than anybody else.
Shocking, isn't it?
Kevin Kelly. A blast from the past of a name.
That is a blast from the past.
Stephanie McMahon, man. She grew into a character, didn't she?
Oh, definitely. One of the rare few people that Triple H actually says he can count on so many fingers. I actually got the business. She's one of them. And it's not just because she is Vince's daughter. She got the business because she literally watched it grow and mold. Here we go. Here's a rare match. Boiler Room Brawl.
Oh, yeah. Only the second one they ever had as well, wasn't it?
Yep.
And we're back to Big Show and Mankind. It just never stopped, this feud. That's Mick.
The real question is when do you know the match has actually started?
When they're both in the boiler room.
So the second you walk to that door, what's stopping you from just turning around and just going bye?
I don't know. Pride. Definitely pride keeps them there, Matt Burns, I think.
The only way you can get around it is the match only starts when the actually connect with each other.
Yeah,
and they're duking it out. That's the only way you can get around it. Because the second you're right next to that person, automatically that other person's going to be stopping you.
Yeah, 1000%.
That's the only way I can think.
Oh, now he's hitting Mankind with those clubs. And this is a bit, I mean, this is definitely attitude era, isn't it? Because now we're talking like this is the second second sort of hardcore match we've had on the show, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Them ladders do not look safe.
That was a table.
I meant the ladders.
I think you should check your time against the clock, Matt Burns. Currently at 1 hour, 14 minutes and 2, 3, 4 seconds.
No. You might need to check yours.
I'm Bob on.
What's going on right now in your end?
Big Show punches the fridge. Oh. And it's new with ceiling tiles. He's breaking them all over his head. Oh, big kick. Smash can back into the face of Mankind. Checking my time again here, Matt Burns, just for you.
No. You're right. I've got you back.
Sync up at 1:15, 5, 6.
There you go.
Now Mankind's in this trolley. Big Show takes him back off. He's never going to slam him on top of that. Oh, slams him on top of those tables. There'll be no giving them.
Oh, none. Oh, there we go.
Oof. Oh, crushes Mankind.
The timing on that. Getting thrown into it and then having it land on him.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, just wow. Teddy Long. Got the most exciting, got the most exciting job in the building tonight. Oh, I never liked glass in wrestling. There's a time and a place for things like that, and wrestling isn't one of them.
Moving ladders.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah.
I think McFoley's crying it over right now, isn't he?
I mean, look at the poor lad's forehead. Make sure he didn't ask for this. He came over from WCW. He was expecting, a really hard ring, but he didn't know he'd have to be in boiler rooms with bloody Mrs. Foley's baby boy giving his life away.
Oh. And it's in more glass.
Yeah, again, it's another one of those matches for the live crowd in the arena.
Yeah.
Where they can't see a bloody thing. They're watching it through a screen, and that's not ideal, is it?
No. Ooh.
The 2x4 gets kicked again by the Big Show.
Yeah, pretty much.
Picks him up like a baby. Oh, and throws Mick into that wooden metal stair thing.
Ow. Ow.
Oh,
Ramming speed.
I mean, if you're unsure at this point, Big Show's absolutely killing Mankind.
Ooh.
Very clever there by Mankind.
Steam, hot water.
I think hot water. Oh, right in his Big Shows.
I know how that feels. Oh. There we go. Now, nobody made the joke that Big Show's tubing.
First to escape gets the win, and here comes Mankind. And here comes the corporation.
Ooh. Wins the match and
Well, we
gets beat
figured
up.
out the corporation was just full of thugs, really, wasn't it?
Oh.
Don't, because he'll start dragging your dad round a bloody cemetery. Don't wind up the boss, man.
He always means business. Oh, that was a bad line. Did you hear that?
No.
Will Mr. Sacco pass the test?
Wow.
That's a 1999 reference there.
And it's I think Hardcore Holly and Al Snow earlier on, Matt. Do you think they ever would have foreseen what hardcore wrestling and death matches would have become across the world?
I think they might have been horrified.
No, the Big Show. Getting cleaned up.
Okay, Triple H, calm down.
Good.
I think you're holding them scissors really wrong there, Nate.
Is that your phone I can hear?
Phone.
Yeah, is that not what it is? Oh, I thought I could hear your phone.
I'll just check it for you.
Oh, Mankind looks done in.
Right. Ooh. Well, if I'm not mistaken, right now, we've got this match. We just finished this match.
Yeah.
And then we've got the 3 longest matches.
Well, I imagine The Undertaker will be on the card. Triple H will probably be on the card. And then we've got Rock Austin as well, haven't we?
Yeah, because right now, because the actual order is right next is Triple H versus X-Pac, followed by Taker and Ken Shamrock.
Yeah.
Followed by the main event.
Yeah. And here's what I think we should do, Matt Beans. I think we should take a break here and pick this up on Wednesday night at 8 p.m. and finish our watch along then at part 2. I don't know how you feel about that.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I think that gives us. It's been a really good start to the show in the first half. But I think if we take a break here, we can do the those last 3 matches and do them justice on Wednesday night, 8 p.m. UK time. So I'm going to take a pause when we get to 1 hour and 25 minutes.
Yeah, we just need to remember 1 hour 25.
Have a nice day.
Definitely have a nice day. Oof.
And as we get X-Pac's entrance. And 25. So we'll pause it there. 1 hour 25 on the clock. And that's where we'll pick it up on Wednesday night for the rest of our Backlash 1999 watch along, Matt Burns. I've enjoyed that, you know. I'm a little bit tired where I am, but I really enjoyed that tonight. And we'll pick it up in part 2 and then obviously we can watch you can watch the full thing start to finish from Wednesday.
What I'm just doing, just in case, I'm just making some notes right now, boys. So you said 1 hour,
25 minutes.
25 on the
We'll
dot.
start. That's
There
where
you
we'll start on.
I've made it on my notes.
Good stuff. That's where we'll start on Wednesday night when we finish Backlash 1999.
All perfectly fine. The thing is, this might be a bit of a later episode than what we normally have done because we normally do one on the Sunday. But bear in mind, there were many different reasons. I think
we're just making the best of it this week, Matt Boons. We've got a little bit of WrestleMania fatigue, haven't we?
It's a bit of WrestleMania fatigue, and one of us has got a bit of a sore body. a bit, well, extra sore, especially with someone deciding to become Brock Lesnar from a certain WrestleMania moment.
Absolutely.
But in case if you want to know more about that, we'll discuss that on Wednesday.
Definitely. We'll definitely have a chat about that on Wednesday night when we're doing the watch along again. Matt, it's been fantastic. Thanks for joining me again for another quality watch along.
Always quality.
Scott Barrett.
It's
You've
always
been
quality.
The one and only Matt Burns.
It's always quality. But before we go, what I'm just going to say is, please don't forget we are closing in on 1,000 subscribers. If you hit the like button, everything, we will appreciate you. No matter what, if you hit that like button for us or follow us and everything, honestly, we want to help us hit that milestone. I'll repeat it again, milestone, and keep growing this amazing wrestling community and keep the fire burning.
Absolutely.
But until next time, stay fired up, stay passionate, and remember, DFTBA. And in case you don't know what that means, it of course means don't forget to be Excelsior.